What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my version of a wedding makeup tutorial. Now, I'm not getting married anytime soon, but it's wedding season now. It's nice in summer, so I figured this would be nice to show those of you who are maybe wondering what should you do for your wedding makeup. So that's what we'll be doing today. So without further ado, grab a seat and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my lid so we can get ready for eyeshadow. For my eyeshadow primer today, I'll be using the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. And I'm just going to be placing this all over the lid. So for your wedding, you want your makeup, of course, to stay on all day long. You don't want it to be fading off during the night or the day. You want it to look good for your pictures. Alright, so now that I've blended that all out, I'm just going to go ahead and start with my eyeshadow. Today I'll be using the Profusion Chocolates palette, and this palette is so perfect for weddings just because I feel like weddings are more of like a neutral look. You don't want to do something like too bold because you want, of course, to look good in like all the pictures and in all the lighting. So today we'll be using this. To start off, I'm just going to take this color right here, and it's called Likeable, and I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Alright, so now that we have our crease color, I'm going to go ahead and deepen up the crease a little bit. I'm going to take the color right here called Fuse, and I'm also going to pop that in the crease just to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to focus this more on the outer crease. I do not want it to be too dark. This color is very pigmented, so you have to be super careful with it. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and take the color right here, which is Roots. And I'm just going to kind of put this on my outer V with a smaller brush and just pack that on. Alright, and I know this is looking a little crazy right now, but don't worry, we're going to blend it all out. I'm going to take the brush that we used with the first shade and just blend everything all out. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a half cut crease just because my shadow went a little too much on the lid. So I'm going to be using the NYX Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain. And I'm just going to kind of carve out half of my crease with it. And I'm just taking a smaller brush. And it is okay if it's not perfect. As you can see, that one was not perfect. We're going to clean it up in a minute. And if you have hooded eyes, I would go a little bit above your crease, just so that you can see the shadow on the lid. And I'm just going to blend out that a little bit. Alright, so now that we have the concealer in place, it is time to finish up the lid. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do a matte look today. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the shade Gentle, which is this creamy shade right here. And I'm going to place that all over my lid. And we are going to blend everything out. Just really packing that on. And then I'm also gonna take the color Sugar right here, which is that really white shade, and I'm gonna place that more on the inner part of the eye. Just to make it a little brighter right in there and not so yellow, because that was more of a creamy shade that we originally went in with. And then I'm going to take that blending brush that we were using earlier and just blend out this crease and then the harsh edge that we have right here. Alright, so that is all nice and blended out, and now I'm just going to go ahead and move on to lashes. So for lashes today, I'm going to be using the Ardell Demi Wispies. Sorry, I tore off the package. But today I'm going to be using these, so I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so lashes are on, and I also did just decide to put on a wing with them, just because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I would wear a wing to my wedding. I feel like it's just pretty and it's not too dramatic of a wing, and I feel like it really completes the lashes. So that's why I decided to do a wing, and I just used my e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in the shade Jet Black and my e.l.f. eye tapes, of course. Alright guys, so next up we have the eyes almost all done. I'm going to go ahead and move on into the face products. So first I'm going to apply primer, and I'm going to be using the Goodbye Pores Primer by Catrice. And this primer is so good, and on your wedding day you need a primer that's gonna really fill your pores in and just make you look really good in pictures. So I'm just gonna be applying this with my little brush I have here, and I'm gonna apply this mostly in my T-zone areas where I feel like I have the largest pores. And this primer is so good. It really does a good job of filling in those pores and just prepping your skin for your foundation. So I'm really pressing this into the skin here. Alright, and then now that that's all set in, I'm going to go ahead and apply my Wet n Wild Photo Focus 3-in-1 Primer Water to all over my face. This really helps your makeup just go into your skin and look really smooth. So that's why I love using a primer spray. Alright, so now that I've let that sink into my skin for a while and do its thing, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. And today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Snow. I chose this foundation today because I feel like it's a really natural finish, but it still gives you really good coverage. So I feel like this would work really well on your wedding day, just to give you flawless skin even though you're wearing makeup. It looks just like your skin, but better. So I feel like this would be really good on your wedding day, just to give you some good coverage and to give you just a beautiful looking skin. It's gonna look great in pictures. Again, it looks like your skin but better. It's really a beautiful foundation, and it's really cheap too. It's like $6 on e.l.f.'s website. And yeah, it's definitely not a full coverage foundation. It's more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up, which is also really nice. And it has SPF in it, so if your wedding is outside, you're getting some SPF coverage, so you're not gonna burn. All right, and I'm just gonna apply another pump. I just used 2 pumps before. I'm gonna go in with another pump, just to build it up a little bit more. And it looks really white right now, but we're gonna bronze up our skin, so it's gonna look a little better. Alright, so now that we have our foundation all in place, I'm going to go ahead and just apply some concealer. So for concealer, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach. And this is a really full coverage concealer. It's going to give you a really nice full coverage look. And yeah, this is amazing. And I'm just going to highlight a little bit with it just because your wedding day, you know, you want it to be a little bit more highlighted. So I'm just going to highlight a little bit with it. And this concealer is really nice. It is very brightening. If you really like that brightened look, especially on your wedding day. And yeah, it just gives you beautiful coverage, full coverage, so you're not going to have bags under your eyes all day. Really, really beautiful. Just look at how beautiful it is, like blending in. It looks so good. And we just highlighted a little bit with it. I normally don't like to highlight, but I feel like on your wedding day, you probably would want to, just so your pictures look really good. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the inner corners of my eye with my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. Alright, so now that everything is all nice and blended out, we can go ahead and move on into setting our face. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. sponge again and just kind of set under my eyes. And then I'll go ahead and set the rest of my face with it as well. Like with whatever is left on my sponge. This powder is really nice and it doesn't give any flashback, which is the best part because of course on your wedding day you're going to be taking lots and lots of pictures. And this will just really help to make your skin look really flawless, and it smooths everything out really nicely too. So of course that is what you want on your wedding day. Smooth face, beautiful on pictures, no flashback. That's all you want. So this gives you that effect. I'm just going to apply a little bit more where we highlighted, like around my chin and nose, so nothing breaks up too much throughout the day. Your wedding day, you don't want your concealer breaking up. That's just going to look not good. Alright, and then next I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder and set all over the rest of my face, just because we really want this to stay in for a long time. Stay nice and locked in. We don't want, our makeup breaking up around our nose or mouth. So, gotta really set those areas, especially on your wedding day. You're supposed to look your best on that day. Alright, next it's time to move on into bronzer. And for your wedding day, I'm going to recommend my favorite bronzer. And this is the Profusion Pro Contour Palette. Really nice and pigmented bronzer. It's not going to make you look super muddy. It's just a really nice bronzer, and yeah, it's just everything you want in a bronzer. Super pigmented though, so I would recommend tapping off the excess and then using a light hand with it and just build it up. But on your wedding day, I do recommend using bronzer. I know people are like scared of bronzer and don't really like using it because it can be so dark and muddy if you don't know how to apply it properly. But just go right under your cheekbone and just kind of blend in circular motions once you get it where you want it. And it can look really, really beautiful and really pretty, especially if you blend it out. And I would recommend going like a little up, like a little farther up, just so it looks really blended as well. I've been loving doing this lately. I feel like it just looks so much better than just going like this in a straight line. So I do blend up a little bit. I would not recommend blending down just because it's gonna make your face look longer and more like, I don't know. I don't like blending it down. I found that it looks better when you blend your bronzer up, especially on the cheek. And don't be afraid to go on your cheek, because I know people like to go just like right here, but if you bring it to the front of your cheek, it's gonna look really good, especially once you apply your blush and everything. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and apply it on your jawline too. And go ahead and apply it like under your jaw, not like right here on it, because it's going to make it look a lot better and more defined. See that? It really just kind of chisels it out and doesn't make it look as round. Alright, and then the final step will be just to bronze your chest. This is a very important step. It's gonna make you look so bronzed and pretty, and it's gonna look awesome in pictures. And I would recommend, well, we'll get to that step, but we're also gonna highlight our chest as well. It's so pretty, and I feel like it's gonna make you look so nice and tan and bronzed on your wedding day, and it's just gonna look so perfect. All right, now it's time to move on into the blush, and this is like my favorite part. So I'm gonna be going in with my Alamar Cosmetics blush trio, and this is so pretty and so subtle, and I just love this, especially for your wedding day. This is gonna be so pretty, and it's just gonna look so good on your cheeks. So I'm gonna take a stippling brush and mix all the colors together because I love all of them. Tap off the excess and just apply this. Look at how pretty this is. Yes, so pretty. It's a really subtle wash of color, but that's what I look for in a blush. I don't want a super like pigmented blush typically, unless I'm doing like a really fun look, but this is just really perfect. And I love this blush trio. It's so pretty. All right, and if you think it's too much for you, like this is kind of like a lot, but I actually like this, you could just kind of tap your beauty sponge and it'll just kind of tone it down a little bit more. So you could do that if you wanted to. And yeah, that's so pretty. Now it's time to move on into highlight, which is one of my favorite parts. Highlight can just really make your look change. I feel like it make it look so much better. So I'm going to be using my e.l.f. highlighter in the shade White Gold, and this is so pretty. So I'm going to apply this to the high points of my face. And I'm not going to build it up too much today just because your wedding day, you don't want like a line or a streak of just highlight on your face. So I'm just not going to build it up too much. But that is stunning. Look at that. Stunning. Stunning. Ooh, girl. And a little bit on the nose as well. And the chin and the Cupid's bow. So pretty. And at this time, I'm also going to apply a little bit to the inner corner because why not? And then I'll apply a little bit more to the inner corner after we set our face, just to give a little bit more of a glowy look there. Oh my goodness, I forgot to set my brows. Let me set my brows in place really quick. I meant to do this after the powder, just because I didn't want a powdery brow. But I'm just using my e.l.f. Brow Wow to set that in place really quick. Whoops. At least I didn't forget altogether. But you do want to set your brows in place, especially on your wedding day. You don't want them to melt off. You don't want them to move all over. So just keep them nice and in place. And are ready for pictures and are ready to dance the night away. Okay, so we are almost done. But next I'm just going to go ahead and do my lips. So I'm just going to be using this NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Stockholm, and I'm going to line my lips with this really quick. And if you slightly overline your bottom lip, it'll make your lip look a little bigger, which is awesome. But I do not recommend overlining your top lip. But like, I filled in my lips and lined them with that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some liquid lipstick. And I'm gonna be using the Profusion Matte Lip in the shade Dream. And this is so pretty. I love this liquid lip. And it matches this lip liner like a dream, like the name. But it just looks so good. And it smells good too. Alright you guys, and personally I like a really glossy lip, so I'm just going to apply my Essence Shine 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 Wet Lick Lip Gloss in the shade Happiness in a Bottle right over top of this. I'm not going to do too much, just a little bit. Alright, and that is so pretty and glossy. I love that gloss. Alright, now it's time to finish up the eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a black liner to my waterline. This is the Ulta Beauty black eyeliner. And yeah, that's so pretty. Look at that. Black eyeliner just completes the look sometimes. Alright, and then next I'm going to just kind of blend out some shadow on my lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and use this like fluffy pointed brush right here. And I'm just going to apply the color Roots, which we use for our outer V of the eye. And just smoke it out a little on the lower lashes. Not too much because I don't want it to be too overpowering. Again, this is a soft glam look, so nothing too like bold. Alright guys, so I just finished up the lower lash line and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just spray my face and we will be all set. And I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist just to give us a little bit of a glow. Alright you guys, so this is the completed look. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, this was a wedding makeup tutorial that I thought that I would do on my wedding day, even though I'm not getting married anytime soon. I just think that this look is perfect for a wedding, and it's really soft glam, and it just gives you everything that you would want. I feel like in a makeup look on your wedding day, you want something really glowy, something that's going to look good in pictures, something that's not going to give you flashback, like white cast on your eyes and on your face. Something that is like kind of subtle, but yet everybody notices that you have makeup on and that you look super pretty. So this is that look for me. Let me know let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys would like to see from me next. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications of all my future videos. And I'll see you guys in a couple days in my next one. Bye!